All right, let's take a look at this. Welcome back. We got a crypto market update. Congratulations, everybody. We have hit 50,000. Now, this feels good. This looks great. We're up 30% in 22 days, so that's quite a nice little rip. Let's get into our news here. Crypto news, we hit 50K. Congratulations. Been a long ride. Long ride. These first three here, all the same. Global liquidity cycle is increasing. China's stimulating. The halving is coming up. We all know these things. The Ethereum ETF, that's the next narrative to look out for. And also this past week, we had Janet Yellen ask Congress to give clear regulation on stable coins. Now, this is not making a central bank digital currency. I'm sure they'll do something like that down the road, but they want clear regulation when it comes to stable coin use. A lot of stable coins are built on the Ethereum network. So let's take a look. How's Ethereum doing? How's the price? Bitcoin's pumping. Ethereum's got to be pumping. Wow. Okay, so this little blue line, I drew this squiggle a long time ago. I haven't even looked at this chart. So I had some buys set up here, some buys set up here. This squiggly played out pretty well. That's cool. So anyways, Bitcoin, Ethereum doing great. When we zoom out, Ethereum's got a long way to go to reach its all-time high, whereas Bitcoin, we're knocking on the door. So I would expect Ethereum to play a little bit of catch up to Bitcoin. It wouldn't surprise me if we're hitting 4,000 within the next few months. So that's something to look out for. So a lot of catalysts coming for Ethereum. ETF is coming next. Stablecoin clarity is coming. And it's got to play catch up to Bitcoin. So that's all great stuff. We've got Coinbase's earnings coming up. We also got Robinhood earnings this week, so that'll be interesting to see what their outlook is on this whole market, the crypto market. So that's going to be really interesting. I'll have an update for you on that. I did purchase some Coinbase last week. Bitcoin was selling off, and it was selling off because of the Grayscale liquidations. So because of the ETFs, and we talked about this in my last video, because of the ETFs, there was a lot of people that wanted exposure to Bitcoin and had it in the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. That has a high expense ratio, high fees compared to these new ETFs. So a lot of people were ringing the cash register and liquidating Grayscale Bitcoin Trust and either going into something else or going into the semis or Nvidia or whatever. So that selling pressure is now done. If you want it out, you're out. Otherwise, you're paying a high expense fee to be in Grayscale. So that's great to have that taken away or to be done with, right? That's where we saw this selling pressure. Now we have that selling pressure taken away, and we have the consistent buyers for these ETFs. The typical crypto people that are buying either in ETFs and all that. So again, the reason Bitcoin is going to hit 100K and higher is the supply and demand. When the halving comes up and they're going to cut the supply of Bitcoin, the oncoming supply in half, laws of supply and demand. If people keep buying Bitcoin, it's going to keep going up. So the other thing to think about is 80% of Bitcoin has not moved in the last 6 months, meaning most people aren't trading Bitcoin, they're just accumulating. And they're buying it and they're taking it off exchange and they're just having it sit there. That's what I'm doing with my Bitcoin. I haven't touched it since 40,000. I sold a little bit at 40,000 when we first busted through it. And I did purchase a little bit on this pullback here, and I moved it to cold storage. So any buys that I have now, I'm throwing to cold storage. I don't know when the next time I'll buy Bitcoin. If we get back into this green box at 35, that's probably when I'll buy some. I don't think that's likely. I don't know if we'll ever see under 40 grand, but who knows? Bitcoin's its own animal. This price action seems really strong, but we are coming up to a resistance here, this red box. So we got to get through this. We've moved a long way in a short period of time. So don't go buy today unless you're dollar cost averaging and prepared to get instantly cut in half. But I would not be buying any today. The time to buy was all last year. Easy to say now. Or on any pullbacks, but we are in a bull market. We are here. So congratulations to all those people that weighed out this whole time. You know, this red box here, I put this up there sometime when we were back in here, when it looked scary and looked bad. I told myself I'm buying Bitcoin every single day and I'm not going to sell until we hit that red box. But I did make big lump sums as we were coming out. And I took some profits at 40K because that's the prudent thing for me to do. You should do what's best for you. But I had a plan and I stuck to it, and I still am sticking to my plan. So we talked about that. We talked about Grayscale. That's great to see. Halving coming up. And the ETFs. So the ETFs have been out for a couple months now, a month and a half. And they have passed $10 billion assets under management. So that's cool. That's a great start. We'll see where we go from there. So the bear case, we've already talked about this. No use case, a lot of scams out there. We're just trading narratives. I'm buying Ethereum because I think there's going to be an ETF and the price will go higher. I'm buying Bitcoin because the supply is going to go down and I think it's going to go higher. I'm buying Dogecoin because Elon Musk likes it and I think it's going to go higher. It's all stories. Now some of these will play out, some of these will not. Be prepared. I highly recommend watching the GameStop movie Dumb Money. It breaks my heart when I see that people are still holding GameStop and they're still playing that narrative game. You have to know when to get off the ride. So go check out that movie. It's a great movie. Pretty funny, good entertainment. Bull case, liquidity. Don't fight the Fed on the way down. Don't fight the Fed on the way up. Institutional adoption. It's here and more to come. Tokenization of dollars. Tokenization of assets. That's coming. Things are going to move on to the blockchain. Not everything, but things will move to the blockchain. The 4-year cycle, we are here. We've gone over this in past videos. I don't have things pulled up. This is a quick market update, but we are in it. We are in the bull market. Action items. The bull run is here. We are in it. 50,000. We're just a snap of our fingers away from all-time highs. So be ready. If you're not ready, have a plan to buy a pullback. And the pullback, 5% may turn into 20%, 30%. That's crypto. There's going to be some butt clenching moments. So be prepared. You need to understand why you own your crypto and not get shaken out. So if Bitcoin goes from 50,000 to 40,000, what are you going to do? What's your plan? Have a plan on taking profits like I did at 40,000. I took profits at 40,000 because I was buying at 17, 19, 20, 28, 30, 35. Want to take some money off the table. Buy red candles, not big green candles. Now's not the optimal time to buy. If you buy right now, be prepared to lose 10 to 15%, especially on a lot of these altcoins, which I'll talk about. Just be careful. No leverage, never use leverage. Everything you buy in this crypto world, be prepared to potentially lose it all. We've seen FTX, we've seen Voyager, we've seen things go wrong. You need to trust your exchange, which is a bad idea. When I say trust the exchange, that means you're prepared to lose it all. And get your long-term holds off exchange. My Bitcoin and my Ethereum is not on Coinbase. I trust Coinbase a lot. I'm a Coinbase One member. I have $20 million in protection. I don't know what that means. They're saying that if the exchange blows up, I've got so much money in protection. I don't trust it. But I have trading money on Coinbase, which we'll talk about in a second. But my long-term holds, my Bitcoin, my Ethereum, I'm going to move my Beam, light the Beam for the Kings fans. I'm going to move Beam off exchange as well. That's in Uniswap. So anyways, whatever you have on exchange, there's a potential for a catastrophe like FTX. Remember that. Things are all nice and rosy right now, but It wasn't that long ago where things were blowing up. So, weapons of mass destruction. I don't even want to talk about this. I've talked about it too much in this video. Matter of fact, I'll probably take this out. So, that's all I got. Super long video. I apologize. I'm going to edit this up. So, if at the end, if you're watching, I took some stuff out I didn't want to talk about, or I went on too long. But here's my holdings. Here's the things I trade around. If you ask me a year from now, I probably won't hold many of these, maybe one or two moon bags. But these are what I use because they have high beta. These are my long-term holds. Maybe I add some more here. But in the world of crypto, I want to have a few concentrated bets. In the past cycles, I've had a bunch of bets with little chips on each. I want to have a few bets with big stacks. That's the way I'm playing this cycle. And these 4 projects are, 3 out of 4 of them I have very, very high conviction in. OLAS, I still need to do some more work, but I do think there's a lot of promise here, and I think it's worth holding through the volatility. The rest here, I have no loyalty to them. I just trade them around. I do like them all, but I do trade them around, and that's it. So I hope this helps. Long video today. Congratulations, 50,000. Hopefully we consolidate here, get a little pullback, and then all-time highs are next, baby. That's all I got for you guys. Peace out.